Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. 2022 NFL trade deadline takeaways, all the biggest deals, a surprising move, more from a record-setting day. Here's how the deadline day unfolded in the NFL. It's not hyperbole to say that the 2022 NFL trade deadline was the craziest deadline in league history. There were 12 players and 10 deals made on Tuesday leading up to the 4 p.m. Eastern Time deadline, which was the most ever made on deadline day. Not only were there a large number of deals struck, but there were also a number of blockbuster moves, including Bradley Chubb heading to Miami and T.J. Hawkinson staying in the NFC North but being dealt to the Vikings. Here's a quick rundown of some of the more notable deals that occurred. Lions deal Pro Bowl tight end T.J. Hawkinson to the rival Vikings in swap of draft picks. Now, let's see. So, a 2023 fourth-round pick and 2024 conditional fourth-rounder in exchange for a 2023 second-rounder and 2024 third-rounder. So basically, Hawkinson, the tight end, was traded, and they also swapped draft picks. So basically, the Lions sent the 2023 fourth-round pick and 2024 conditional fourth-round pick in exchange for a 2023 second-rounder and 2024 third-round pick. Now, the Bears acquired Chase Claypool from the Steelers. Let's see. Yeah, Claypool was from the Steelers. And the Pittsburgh Steelers get a 2023 second-round draft pick. Okay, and the Dolphins acquired Bradley Chubb for a first-round pick coming up and Chase Edmonds. So the Dolphins acquired Broncos Bradley Chubb for a first-round pick plus Chase Edmonds. So, let's see. Okay, so Bradley Chubb is there. So the edge rusher, Bradley Chubb, is leaving the Broncos. He's going to Miami. They're acquiring him, and Miami will send Denver a 2023 first-round pick, its 2024 fourth-round pick, and running back Chase Edmonds. So Chase Edmonds will join the fray with the Broncos. That's a pretty good trade. I'll grade it in a minute. The Broncos are tossing in the 2025 fifth-round pick as a part of the deal. So the Dolphins get Bradley Chubb plus a 2021 fifth-round pick as part of the deal. Now, the 49ers send veteran Jeff Wilson Jr. to the Dolphins for a draft pick. So not only are they getting Bradley Chubb, the club has also struck a deal with the Niners to acquire veteran running back Jeff Wilson Jr. In exchange for the Dolphins are sending a 2023 fifth-round pick to the San Francisco 49ers. So they basically needed that because they just got rid of Chase Edmonds. Now the Falcons, this was a head-scratcher for the day. The Falcons got rid of Calvin Ridley, the suspended Calvin Ridley. He's been traded to the Jaguars. Now, Atlanta's trading suspended wide receiver Calvin Ridley. Let's see. Yeah, he was suspended for betting on NFL games. Jacksonville is giving up. Hold on, let me see. Atlanta will receive a 2023 fifth-round pick. If he is not reinstated by the date, it's a 2023 sixth-round pick. Then if Ridley makes the team in 2024, the Falcons receive a fourth-round pick. So if he hits a playing time milestone, it's a 3rd round pick. If the Jaguars get a long-term deal done with Ridley, the pick turns into a 2nd round pick. That's going to the Falcons. So it's a conditional pick. So the Falcons receive a 2022 conditional 5th round pick, 2024 conditional 4th round. So basically, he has to play and perform. He has to perform decent for it to be upgraded. So now the Steelers deal for Commanders disgruntled cornerback William Jackson. Now the Steelers hold on. The Steelers have been the busiest team at the 2022 NFL trade deadline. Now, they added a cornerback in the form of William Jackson III from the Washington Commanders. CBS Sports NFL insider Josina Anderson reports the trade for Jackson involves a conditional 6th round pick in 2025 being swapped for a conditional 2025 7th round pick, according to the NFL media. So he's back there. Now let's see. Now also the Bills add Nyheim Hines. Nyheim Hines is headed to Buffalo. The Bills worked out a trade for the Colts' versatile running back just before the Tuesday trade deadline. The team announced Tuesday Indianapolis receives running back Zach Moss and a conditional 2023 6th round pick in the deal. So yeah. So Zach Moss is going there. Now let's see. But the most surprising trade said from the article, of course, it's the Calvin Ridley trade. And, he's retired for the season, so that was a surprise. Now, the big story will probably be the Chubb and the Chubb deal to the Dolphins, along with Jeff Wilson Jr. That's going to boost the Dolphins up. The Dolphins have a chance to make the playoffs, and potentially they could go for the division. The Bills do not look all of that. They don't run the ball well. Nyheim Hines fits their system because he's more of a out the backfield back. So let me go down the list and give you guys my opinion. So let's see. Now, let's see. Sorry about that. All right, now. So basically, the Lions deal with the Vikings, that's a head scratcher. Like, why would you trade to your rival within the division? Huh? Like, to me, that was stupid. To me, that's the same old Lions mentality. Yeah, they got some picks that'll be conditional and help them down the line. But for right now, you just helped your division rival out, which to me is dumb. It's the same thing that the Eagles and Cowboys did in the draft, where they traded picks for the Cowboys to go pick their guy up, which was stupid. Now, my thing is this. Hold on. My TV is loud. Hold on, guys. My bad, guys. Now, my thing is this. Why would you trade to your division rival? That's just the stupidest thing I ever heard. Now, with this deal, the Vikings basically sewn up the NFC North, unless Cousins just has a meltdown down the end of the stretch of the season. Their defense has been playing lights out. Offensively, they've been better at running the ball. Justin Jefferson has been balling out this year, and he's making claims to be put in the conversation as one of the top receivers in the game. In the game, period. He's doing a great job running routes, getting open. He has great hands. Not good hands, but great hands, especially for a speed receiver like he is, because guys that fast usually don't have hands that good. Only guys who are special who have a combination of both. But I like this for the Vikings because to me with this, the Vikings could solidify going for a bye week. I mean, they have a chance to go for a bye week, even though they're behind, I think, a game against the Eagles because the Eagles haven't lost anything. They still have a chance to keep winning and get a bye week. If not, they can sew up that second seed. Because I think they have a big lead on the NFC South. The NFC South is probably going to have the fourth seed at best because it's four seeds. The division, whoever wins the division gets four seeds, get a seed automatically. I think whoever in West, I think they'll be third, but we'll see. This is going to be an interesting down the line game. The NFC West and South have been terrible this year as a whole. But the Vikings, they're dominating, in my opinion, a weak-ass division. And they should dominate it unless Kirk Cousins just has a meltdown. I see them winning that division. So that was a good pickup. I give that an A for them getting a tight end because that'll help them out tremendously. Now, the Bears acquiring Chase Claypool and the Steelers getting a second rounder was a great move for the Steelers because Claypool has been unhappy. And to me, he's a big crybaby. Now he's going to Chicago where Justin Fields can throw it up to him and he could just go get the ball. Now, if this plays out correctly, the Bears could go battle for that wild card. Now, everybody I know is going to be like, well, they got rid of Robert Quinn. They got rid of Roquan Smith. Yeah, that's true. They did. However, this is Chicago we're talking about. Chicago has always gotten rid of their defensive players, their pieces, and they've always found a way to stay consistent throughout the season. Now, if Justin Fields can build a rapport with Claypool, this team could really be dangerous and could beat teams they're not supposed to beat. Now, I'm not saying like this could go one or two ways. They could go south or they could go north. So, to me, I could see a potential in them going north, even though they got rid of Roquan Smith, who went to the Ravens, which to me was the biggest move. That solidifies the Ravens' defense, and now the Ravens can compete against the top offenses in the league because they needed that extra linebacker. But I like that pick for Claypool to go there, but now are they going to keep Fields? Now, if they went and got Claypool, this means they're going to keep Fields. I'm just saying. It depends. Now, they still could get rid of him and do like the Seahawks did, taking a gamble, getting rid of a quarterback who was their franchise, and move on to another quarterback who came in and proved himself because you had DK Metcalf and you had Lockett. They have Claypool and now you got Mooney. Mooney could move to that second receiver now. He'll be solid at that position. And then you got Claypool as the X or the Z receiver, which I love. I mean, I love this move. That is a great move for them and what they've done. Seriously, this is a big move for the Chicago Bears on their offense. Now, defensively, they're going to be weak. Now, if their defense could somehow stay together, play tough, just get that toughness to come out of them and stand firm, they'll be able to handle. So they'll be able to make some moves. To me, this was I say it was a B. Short term, I think this would be a C plus, B minus. But if they keep Justin Fields or if they go get another quarterback, this could be a potential B plus or A minus move. But the Bears don't pay their receivers like that. We'll see. If Claypool comes in and tears it up, then, hey, we'll see. Now, the Dolphins acquired Bradley Chubb. That was a big move. And the Broncos got, of course, first-round pick and another pick, I believe. Now, long term, this will help the Broncos build that defense and offense up, that D line and that O line up. That pick could be very intricate. They probably could get a receiver for us because the receivers they have are kind of poo. And Chase Edmonds would fit that offense. Chase Edmonds will be able to get the ball more. I hope he does, because he wasn't getting the ball enough in Miami because Mostert is that guy. And not only that, the Chase sometimes has a hard time hanging on to the ball. He puts it on the turf at times. So that's bad for the Broncos because you already got a guy there who puts it on the turf in Gordon. But Chase Edmonds will be a good switch hitting back to go along with Gordon and Latavius Murray. Latavius Murray will be your every down back. Well, not your every down back, but your first, second down back who get you the yards. Gordon and Chase could be the switch hitters that could really help your offense move. And this past Sunday, their offense in the second half, the Broncos offense woke up. And they got rid of Chubb because Chubb was doing well, but he wasn't doing great. The Broncos defense was still getting, killed on certain plays, but it wasn't his fault. When you have an inept quarterback and an inept offense, your defense is going to give it up sometimes. They can't be on the field that long. This ain't the old school days like the Ravens or the Bucks or the old teams with the defenses that could stay on the field for long periods of time and keep your team afloat. Nowadays, this is the offense. Everything is for the offense, so it's going to be hard for that. So I like the move for the Dolphins because now you add Chubb to that defense. That defense was already pretty good. Now you add him. This could sewn up the team. So now when you play the Bills, you could give the Bills problem. That's why I'm telling you the Dolphins could sneak around and win East. But it all depends on Tuna Fish's health. Can Tuna Fish stay healthy? And this is what I say to everybody, Chance especially. Look, I don't hate Tua. I said Tua can play the quarterback position. I just think he's an average quarterback. I just do. He's average to me. He can't stay healthy. If you hit him a few good times, he's done. Now, I'm afraid. Now, his weapons, they're grade A. Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is in the conversation as one of the best receivers, if not best in the league. He has been balling out. He has been balling the heck out. And you got to give him love for that. And that's the thing I try to tell people is that, look, man, you gotta give credit where credit's due. And the Dolphins have been playing good this year, but that's Brian Flores' team. They were gonna ball regardless if Flores was there or not, because the team was built. So I'm not giving this coach any credit. He didn't really do. He helped the offense. I give him that. He made the offense better because he's an offensive coach. But we'll see next year and the year after, once everybody figured his ass out, we'll actually see how great of a coordinator he is. But great move for the Dolphins. I give it an A for the Dolphins because this could really help them. This could really help them down the stretch pass rushing. You got him, with the D tackle, Wilson. You got your linebackers. That defense, that front seven has been nice. And then, of course, you got Xavier Howard at corner. And Brandon Jones is out, I think, for a while or the season, one or the other. But they have a good back end. So this would be very good for the Dolphins down the stretch, man. This will really help them solidify position down the stretch. They're definitely going to make the wild card. And they potentially could win the division. I still think they could catch the Bills. The Bills are not that impressive. They don't run the ball. The Bills are, but now they got a running back, which we're going to talk about later, how he fits into their offense. Now, the 49ers sent Jeff Wilson to the Dolphins for a draft pick and all of that, which is good because you saw they got Debo and then they added CMC. CMC fits their system better than Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson will fit the Dolphins better because him and Mostert are down ground backs, like pound backs. And you need that to take the pressure off of Tua. So what I would do is give Wilson, not only Wilson, I would give Mostert, I would give them the ball at least 20 to 25 times a game each. So that's a total of, let's see, it's 10, that's like 50 carries almost combined. That could be 50 carries, 50 to 50 some, like 45 to 50 some carries a game combined for both of them. And that's what you need. Because if you do that, Tua will stay healthy and you'll be able to win the games. Because Tua can make the throws. Tua can quarterback. But Tuna Fish has a hard time staying healthy if you're going to have him throwing it 30 to 40 times. You want Tuna Fish to throw between that 20 to 30 time range. Because that'll help you. That'll save him down the stretch. And I think, like, throwing-wise, Josh Allen has a stronger arm. But if we're talking accuracy from the pocket, Tuna Fish is way better than him. I mean, that's just facts. Now, the surprising thing was Calvin Ridley to the Jaguars. The Jaguars just doing more dumbass Jaguar ways. This is an F. Like, why would you bring Calvin Ridley in there? Now, in the long run, if he does come back and he is himself and he acts right, he doesn't mess up, which I don't know why he's getting suspended for gambling when all these guys gamble allegedly. But, I mean, like I said, this will be great long term, but Trevor Lawrence has not looked good this year, and he hasn't. He's looked bad and he's digressed. And, you know, I don't see it. I don't see a franchise quarterback. I see a second string quarterback or a manager of the game not able to win you the game like that. But we'll see, man. You know, like I said, I didn't like it. I think short term this messes the Jags up, but long term, if it does turn out good, hey, this could help them. Now, the Steelers got William Jackson. William Jackson is a solid corner. You know, I think he used to play with the Bengals. Did he used to play with the Bengals back in the day? I'm not sure if he used to play with the Bengals back in the day and all that. Yeah, he used to play with the Bengals. I mean, he's solid. The guy's a solid cornerback. He's okay. But now we're going to see what he does now. Now, could he be an upgrade? Yeah, he's an upgrade over what Pittsburgh got now with cornerback. But, you know, so we'll see. I mean, this is a solid, but this is what the Steelers do. I thought they would trade Najee Harris because they're not happy with Najee Harris and Najee Harris not happy with them. I would have thought the Buccaneers would have stepped in and got Najee Harris. To me, the Bucs missed an opportunity. They should have went after Najee Harris. To me, Najee Harris fits our team because now if you add him with Leonard Fournette and Rachaad White, that would have been a tandem, and then Brady could just limit his passing from 15 to 25 attempts a game, and we would have been able to turn it around because our division weak. We can get in the playoffs. We just have to tweak some things, but I think that would have helped our defense get more rest. We don't have the defense where Brady got to throw 50 times a game. That's not helping our defense. But we could turn it around. But I thought we could get Najee Harris. I'm very disappointed we didn't get him. That would have been big for us. Now, the Bills added Nyheim Hines. Now, that is a good pick, and they sent Zach Moss to the Colts, which is great because Moss with Jackson and Lindsey, that'll be a nice little backfield. And then the quarterback they got in there from Texas, Ellinger, he's decent. That could help turn around the Colts season, and the Colts have a chance to win the division over the Titans because the Titans are going to stick with Tannehill. Tannehill's going to choke down the stretch. The Colts can rely on their running game to protect the young guy they got in there, and boom, they could go from there. But Frank Reich, that's ballsy of him to bench Matt Ryan, which I knew he would. Matt Ryan has been terrible. And I told everybody, Matt Ryan been done for 3-4 years now. You know. But that's a good move and everything to bring in Nyheim Hines. Now they got Zach Moss. Zach Moss, I think will, like I said, I think he'll run the ball well. He'll get it done. Hines will fit more with Buffalo because he's a guy who can run out the shotgun. He's a back who can play every down. And he can run out the shotgun. The Bills love to run out the shotgun for some reason. I don't know why. To me, that makes it easier for the defense to defend. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. If that's what they want to do, hey, I mean, you float with you float You float with what you want to do, man. Float with you go with the flow, and I guess that's their flow. Is to pass it all day, and Hines is fitted because Hines is one of the receiving backs, is probably one of the best in the league, if not top 3 or 4 in the league receiving backs. I got CMC and Kamara up there when they're healthy. I think Kamara's the best out of everybody when he's healthy to run out that shotgun. So we'll see. We'll see. I like the trades and the picks. This was very good. Very solid moves from teams. So we'll see, man, how this goes. But I'm still scratching my head on why the hell the Lions would give Hawkinson to the damn Vikings. That's just the stupidest thing. But yeah. But to me, the team who should have traded somebody was the Packers. They should have traded Aaron Rodgers, but it is what it is. But tell me how y'all feel about my assessment of the drafts. Of the trades. The Hawkinson trade the Vikings got, that was smooth. That solidifies them, I think, to win the division. I think they'll win the division and get the second seed, or they could get the first seed, depending on if the Eagles stay true. Claypool for the Bears could help them get to a wild card position if they play their cards right. Or, he could just be a piece for them to build around later. Now, the Steelers, good. I'm glad they got rid of Claypool because he's a crybaby. All he does is cry. And then you got William Jackson III. That's good because their secondary has been getting torched. You just saw A.J. Brown, the best receiver in the game, just point at them and, just basically looked at them like his children and trash. Zach Moss going to the Colts and Naheem in Buffalo. I think that was a good swap for both of them because they don't run the ball well. The Bills don't run it at all. So Hines fits that system, and he's a great running back coming out the backfield to receive. Zach Moss is a running back that's good for first and second down runs. He's a downhill runner. He could run between the A and B gaps, and he'll be a perfect fit there. I'm upset that Najee should have been on the Bucs. The Bucs should have tried to trade for him, but Pittsburgh probably wanted too much. Who else? Who else made it? Oh, yeah, Chubb. Chubb going to the Dolphins. And the Dolphins getting Jeff Wilson Jr. And then, of course, Chase Edmonds going to the Broncos. All that worked out. The Dolphins, to me, have solidified a spot in the playoffs. And they could win the division. I still think they could win the division over the Bills. But they have to run the ball, in my opinion. I would run Jeff Wilson Jr. and Mostert like 25 carries between the both of them. And I believe they can get the job done. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. In Chubb, it'll be a beast because, see, the Bills like to throw all the time. Chubb will be a monster coming off that edge when it's the fourth quarter and they need some plays down the stretch to shut Allen down. He can be a great end at going against Allen, who loves to scramble to his left and his right. Out of the pocket. Really doesn't like being in the pocket all day. And he could actually put pressure on him to roll out, which will help them out tremendously. Jeff Wilson Jr., like I said, and Chase Edmonds in Denver will work well. He'll complement Latavius Murray, and I think they'll switch between each other getting the ball, and I think they'll be fine. So let me know what you guys thought about my assessment. Tell me if you like it, love, or hate it. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if y'all love what y'all hear, y'all can go to my description box. Hit that link to the Cash App and donate whatever your heart's desire. And if you guys, when we're live or a premiere video, you guys can still super chat. And if you guys don't make the full video, you watch it, and after you're done, you come back and watch it after the full entirety of the video goes off. You guys can also leave a super thanks. Okay? So thank you guys, man, for your love and blessings. Thank you for your support. We out. Deezy.